We're starting new chapter here today, factorization. Let's start with factorization for today. This is your first class for factorization. So let me, first of all, let me try to define what factorization is, right? 24, I can break it down like this, 2 into 12. I can break it down as 3 into 8. I can break it down as 6 into 4. So 2 into 12 is 24, 3 into 8 is 24, 6 into 4 is also 24. The 24 is broken down into two factors. Here we have got two factors each in each case. So here, this 2 is, the 2 can divide 24, 12 can divide 24, 3 and 8 also they can divide 24, 6 and 4, same thing. So these 2, 12, 3, 8, 6, 4, all of them, these are called what? Factors. And breaking down a number this way, this is called as factorization. Okay, so 24, instead of writing in terms of only two numbers, I can write like this also. 24 can be written as 3 into 2 into 4, or I can break it down more, 3 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. All the numbers here, 2, 2, 2, 3, all of them can divide 24 without any remainder, right? Without getting any remainder. So the numbers that we are able to obtain, 2, 3, 4, 6, I'm writing them in the ascending order, 8, 12, all of them, these are called factors. And breaking down a number in terms of factors is called as what? That's called factorization. So this is simple concept. You have already learned this in class 7, 8, right? Already. So these parts here, the introduction part, factorization, cyclical replacement, and I'm going to give you some basic formulas. You don't need to make any notes regarding what is cyclical replacement, what is factorization, because you have already learned, right? But basic formula, I'm going to remind to you all, and I highly advise you to keep a sheet of paper with all the formulas written, and then possibly paste it on the wall so that you will be able to remember it very clearly. For better revision purpose, I want all of you to write down the basic formulas. I will give the basic formula. You take a screenshot of it, or you can copy it down and then just paste it in front of your study table. Okay. Okay, first of all, let's know what cyclical replacement is. So let's say I have A plus B plus C. I'm writing A, B, C on the side. If I replace A, B, and C in this order, once A is replaced by C, you have to replace B by A. You have to replace C by B. Okay. Or if A is replaced by B, you have to replace B by C, and you have to replace C by A. Let's do once. Look. If I replace A, I'm going to write them in cyclical way. So let's not write A plus B plus C. Let me write another formula, another expression. Let's say I write A plus B, B plus C, C plus A. So if A plus B is replaced, if A is replaced with what? You can choose any of the later, okay? You can choose C, B, or A. A is already there. So if I want to replace A with B, B will be replaced with C, C will be replaced with A. Get it? Look, let's say if I replace A with B, then B will be replaced with, if A is replaced with B, next comes what? Next comes C. B will be replaced with C. What about C? C will be replaced with, C will be replaced with A. So what does this expression look like if I replace like this? Look, A is replaced with B, right? A is replaced with B, B with C, C with A. Let's just replace here. So we are going to get something like B plus C. B plus C will be C plus A. C plus A will be what now? A plus B. Look, A is replaced with B, B with C, C with A with B. Okay, so this is followed. If we follow this, if we follow this replacement, then what we are getting here is the same as this one, right? A plus B is here, C plus A is here, B plus C is here. So this kind of replacement in terms of cyclical order, in terms of cycle order, this is called as cyclical. This is called as cyclical replacement. Okay, you can choose another expression. Let's say I have an expression like this: A plus B plus C, A minus B, B minus C, C minus A. Do the same thing. Let's say A is replaced with B, B is replaced with C, C is replaced with A. So how will we change this? Look, B plus C plus A. Remember, we want A as B, B as C, and C as A. A minus B will look like how? Instead of A, we're supposed to put B. Instead of B, we're supposed to put C. So this will be B minus C. What about B minus C? B will be put as C, C will be put as A. So we will get C minus A. What about C minus A? Instead of C, we are supposed to put A. Instead of A, we're supposed to put B. So we will have A minus B here. This is same as this, right? A plus B plus C, B plus C plus A, same thing. I can rearrange this. And what about this part? A minus B is here. B minus C is here, C minus A is here. So this type of replacement of A, B, C in a specific order, that is called a cyclical replacement. You cannot replace like this, okay, A, C, B. You cannot go in this direction. But we do it in a proper direction, A, B, C. Okay, such replacement is called cyclical. Okay, not much important here. Let me rub it out. So we have known what factorization is. We have known cyclical replacement is. Okay. Let's come to some basic formulas before we start actual factorization of the question. And one more thing, one more reminder to you all. In this chapter of factorization, I want you all to focus on the examples given. The exercise part, not much important. Okay. Exercise part is not much important, but examples is important. The examples particularly, I will take up 6 or 7 of them, so better focus in them. Okay, so let's rub it off. Cyclical replacement, factorization. Now let's focus on basic formulas. So basic formula, first basic formula is A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus twice AB plus B square. What if the plus is replaced with minus? So we are going to have A minus B whole square, A square minus 2AB plus B square. The terms with the square, no negative sign there, okay? Because if we obtain minus A square or minus B square, this will be changed into minus A into minus A. You can multiply minus and minus sign, which will be plus A square. Same thing here, we will obtain it as plus B square. So the terms with the square, both of them are positive, but the term without the square here, this one, this one. If there is plus, the middle term is plus. If there is minus, the middle term is minus. You already are able to remember this, right? But in factorization, what we are going to focus is, we don't want expression from this to this. What we want is, we want this to be shortened into this. Okay, this one is supposed to be shortened as this. So we want the formula to be written in the reverse order. Why? Because this is factorization. A big number is broken down into smaller values, right? 3 can divide 24, 8 can divide 24. Likewise, this is a big expression. You consider like that. A square plus twice AB plus B square is a big expression. We want this to be shortened. Shortened in terms of factor. What do we get then? A plus B, A plus B. If you multiply these two, you will be able to get this expression right here. So A plus B multiply with A plus B. If you multiply same number 2 times, I can write them as square, isn't it? So when you remember the formula, you remember like this. But when used in factorization, what we wanted is, we want this long expression to be shortened like this. This one like this. Okay, this is for square. You have already learned this. I think you all are able to still remember this right now. Okay, next expression, look. This is 1, 2. A plus B whole bracket A minus B. What about this? A plus B whole bracket A minus B. Let's use distributive property. Remember? A multiply with A multiply with B. So what do we get? A multiply with A, we get A square, right? Sorry. One is positive, one is negative. A multiply with A is A square. A multiply with B is AB. There is a minus sign in between. Once the multiplication for A is done, move on for the B. B in A, it's BA, but I'm writing it as AB. Okay, same thing, right? Minus AB. AB and BA, they are the same expression. And B and B, what do we get? We get B square. There is a minus sign in between also. So these two can be cancelled because they are opposite sign. One is minus AB, one is plus AB. What's remaining? A square minus B square. So this expression, what do we get? And what you have to remember here is, again, this is the expression, these are the factors. Okay, A square minus B square. When you factorize, what we get is A plus B, A minus B. A plus B can divide A square minus B square. A minus B can divide A square minus B square. So these parts are the factors. When you are asked factorize A square minus B square, you can just write like this. Okay. These are very simple ones that you have already learned. Let me move on to the next one, the one with the cubes. So number 3, A plus B whole cube is equal to. Let's see how we get the expression for this. Actually, the expression is A cube plus thrice A square B plus thrice AB square plus B cube. Or instead of writing this, I can write another formula. I can write A cube plus B cube thrice AB, A plus B. Let's see how we obtain this. Okay, so I'm writing in red on the left hand side. Focus. What is the meaning of A plus B cube? The meaning of A cube is we are multiplying A 3 times. Similar thing, A plus B whole cube means we are multiplying A plus B 3 times. A plus B, A plus B, and A plus B. So I'm writing like this: A plus B, A plus B, A plus B. These two can be put in a square. A plus B whole square. This part is remaining, right? So let's put it behind A plus B. You can write the expression for this one. A plus B whole square is this expression. So I can put A square twice AB, B square, whole bracket, A plus B. Now use distributive property, multiply this, and multiply this. A square and A square and B. Next, twice AB into A, twice AB into B square into A, B square into B. Start with A square and A, it will be A cube, right? Plus A square into B, it will be A square B. Now come to the twice AB part. Twice AB multiply with A. Look, twice AB multiply with A. A and A will be A square, isn't it? No change for B. So next term will be twice A square B plus. What about this and this? Twice AB into B. B and B will be B square. Twice A remains unchanged. So twice A B square plus multiply the last part B square and the A, we will have B square A. But B square A, I don't want you to confuse with A B square. It's the same thing, isn't it? Writing B square A and A B square, it's the same thing. B is square here, there is only one A here. So this is called commutative property. You can change AB into BA. Similarly, I can change B square A into AB square. So B square multiply with A, we can write it as AB square. I'm writing downwards, AB square plus. What about B square and B square? We get B cube. Now, what you have to do is you have to pick together the like terms. A square B and twice A square B. There is 1 here as coefficient, right? 1 and 2, we get thrice A square B. This and this. They are the same terms, but different coefficients. Since all of them has plus signs, you just have to add them. So A cube plus B cube, I'm putting them together. This term and this term first. Then I will add these two parts. So what I'm getting is I'm getting thrice A square B. 2AB square and AB square part, we are getting thrice AB square. The first two, just let it be, keep it as it is. It's A cube plus B cube. What about these two? Whatever you can take out this common factor, take it out. 3 is common. A square and A square and A, what can be taken as common? A square is A into A and A. So 1A can be taken out this common factor, right? Same thing, 1B can be taken out this common factor. How much is remaining here and here? 3 is taken away, B is taken away. Out of 2A here, 1 is taken away. So 1A must be remaining. Similar here, 3 is taken away, A is taken away. Out of 2B's here, 1 is taken away. So this is how you get this formula right here. I'm just refreshing your memory, okay? Not important in terms of exam perspective. Okay, I'm rubbing this off. No need to copy. So A plus B cube is this formula right here. And if I have A minus B whole cube, I just have to change the sign. All of them into minus sign. That's it. That's the formula for plus. All the signs are plus. If there is negative sign, all the signs in between are negative signs. Okay. Third formula. Let me give you one more formula, the fourth formula, which will be a very important one. So the fourth formula is a cube minus b cube. I can express this as a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. And if there is a cube plus b cube, a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square. The difference between these two formulas is you can remember the other one just by remembering the previous one. Just by remembering the previous one, okay? Just remember for this one, for positive, a cube plus b cube is expressed as a plus b, whole bracket a square minus ab plus b square. A square, b square are there, both of them plus sign. But the term ab, if this sign is plus, if this sign is plus, this sign here is minus. If there is minus sign, this sign here will be plus. The other terms are the same. If there is minus sign, then there will be a minus b in the front. If there is plus sign, there will be a plus b sign in the front. All right. So for minus, the sign here is plus. For plus, the sign here is minus. Terms remain the same. Okay, this four formula, it will be the foundation for doing the factorization. I don't want you to copy this. Just take a screenshot. All right. Take a screenshot and then you put it up in front of your wall. Because class 9, you might be able to remember it or not. I'm not very sure of it. But in any case, for convenience, just put the formulas in front of your study table. Okay. Okay, take a screenshot very quickly.
Finish, sir.
Is it done, everyone?
Done.
Who else? Anyone from the boys? Respond. Where are the boys, by the way? I haven't heard one voice. Okay. Now let's move on. Let's start with the first factorization. Okay, before factorization, I want to remind you all, I want to let you know about the process of factorization. What is the process of factorization? You can copy this, by the way. Here, the terms are in brackets, right? You break it down, you do distributive property multiplication. After doing a distributive property multiplication, look what are the variables here. The variable here is a, b, and c. Take the first variable, okay? Take the first variable a, and then you arrange the terms in terms of ascending powers of descending powers of a. After you do descending power of a, then you take the common factors and everything, and then you do descending power of b, descending power of c. I'll explain this later on if you don't understand right now. Okay. So process of factorization is, first one, you have to expand the terms by multiplication. Copy this, then arrange the terms in descending order of one of the letters. I'm going to demonstrate what are these, okay, one by one, and take common factors. In the third one, after you finish arranging the terms in descending order of one of the letter, you move on to the next letter. The remaining terms are arranged in descending order for the next letter, and the process is repeated. Process is repeated until the factorization is done. Okay, you take some time to copy this. So in the meantime, let me show you, let me try to demonstrate you how to do this. Expand the term by multiplication. Here is one example here. This is one of the frequently asked 2-mark question in your ISSLC examination. So 2-mark question here. First step, process of factorization. First step, expand the terms by multiplication. What's the meaning? Here, the terms are not exactly free, right? I can see how many terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do a little bit of an expansion by multiplying the terms. Look, a square whole bracket b plus c, I can expand it like this. A square multiply with b, a square multiply with c. Who is turning on the microphone? B square multiply with c, b square multiply with a, c square with a, c square with b. The first question, I'm doing it very slowly, okay, so that you are able to understand the procedure. The next one, I'm going to do a little bit of faster. So first of all, expand the terms by multiplication. Let's multiply a square b, a square c. So we are going to have something like, let's start the solution. We will have a square b plus a square c for the first one. Next one, multiply b square c and b square a. Okay, one more thing here to be careful during your factorization multiplication is, you might sometimes get confused between b square a and ab square. They are the same thing, right? But when there is a plus, you might get confused. How am I going to add them? So in order to make them look similar, I'm writing the b square a as ab square. Let's say I have bc square and cb square. I don't want to write it as cb square. So I'm just reversing the position. I'm writing b first and then c later. So A, B, and C. If I have CA, I'm writing it as AC. If I have CB, I'm writing it as BC. This is for the sake of convenience, okay? You don't have to follow this. If you're able to understand, follow your own way. So B square C here, it's here. B square A. So I'm supposed to keep B square A, but I'm putting it as AB square plus. This part is done. This part is done. This part is remaining, right? So multiply c square and a, I'm writing it as a c square. Plus, what about this part, c square and b, I'm writing it as b c square plus twice a b c. Okay, the step one part is done. Expand the terms by multiplication. Okay, we have multiplied them and then expanded the term. There is no term that is not multiplied right now, right? Number two, arrange the terms in descending order of one of the letters and take common factor. I have to mention here descending order of exponent, okay, of one of the letters and take common factors. So pick one of the letters. What variables? The letters are variables, isn't it? So letters we have A, B, C. You can pick any one of them. Let's pick A because A is the beginning one. Let's start with A. Here we have powers of A as A square here, A square here, A here, A here, A here. You just have to look for the terms containing A. Here the power of A is A square, power of A is A square, power of A is 1 here, power of A is 1 here, power of A is 1 here. This is power 2, power 2, power 1, power 1, power 1. The remaining two terms right here, B square C and BC square, they don't have any power of A. They don't have A as their term. So what this step 2 means is, you have to arrange the exponents of particular letter. In our case, I'm taking it as A. For that particular letter, you have to arrange in terms of descending order of power. That means I have to start with the terms containing A square. This one and this one first, I'm writing them first. And the terms containing A only. This term right here, this term right here, and this term right here. I'm writing them one by one. One more tip that I have to give you during factorization is, you have to tick out the terms that you have already written. Else there will be a lot of confusion which terms that I have used, which terms are left out. There are how many terms here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have written A square B and A square B. These are these terms, right? So better use a red pen and tick it here. Now I have to write the terms with the power of A only once. These three terms, I'm writing them down. You can copy while I'm writing, by the way. But if I'm lecturing, then you better stop. So these terms are used already, right? So I'm going to put up a tick mark for the three of them also. Which terms are remaining? B square C and BC square. I'm putting them last because they don't have any powers of A. Plus B square C, BC square. Okay, so the step 2 is partly done. We have arranged the terms of descending order of one of the letters. We have taken A as the letter and then we put them in descending order. Power 2, power 2, power 1, power 1, power 1, and the terms with the no powers. Now, one part is remaining. Take common factors. So, take common factor. I'm taking common factor from here, from these three, from these two. Okay. From these two, what can be taken as common factor? A square, A square. So, A square is taken as common factor. What is remaining? B is remaining in the first term. C is remaining from the second term. What about these three? Look, 1, 2, 3. You have to look very closely. Okay, whatever common factor you can take out, you have to take it out. A is common from the three of them. Plus, A is taken out as common factor. B square is remaining, C square is remaining, twice BC is remaining. You all know how to take common factor, right? Anyone who don't understand what is the how to take out common factor? Anyone? Okay, everyone understands this taking out common factor part, right? Just from this part, A is taken out. So B square is remaining, which is inside the bracket. A is taken out, so this C square part here is inside the bracket. From the twice ABC, A part is taken out. So 2 and BC are inside the bracket. What about these two? B square C and BC square. There is a property, there is a specific procedure to be followed during taking out common factor in case there is similar letters. Both of them have B, right? Both of them had C. But the powers are different. One is B square, one is B. One is C, one is C square. So the common factor you can take out is the letter with the smaller power. Get it? B square C plus BC square. The letter with the smaller power is, if we compare B square and B, the only common factor that I can take out is B. You cannot take B square as the common factor. Same thing for C. C and C square, you can take only C as common factor. So if I break it down, let's say I break it down like this. I'm just focusing on this part, okay? This part, let it be. So I can break it down like this. B into C. There are two B's, right? So I'm writing B into B. Similar thing here, you have just write B, you multiply C two times. So what we are having is B into C into C. The common factor, let me surround them with the red color. B can be taken as common factor. C can be taken as common factor. So the common factor, you have to write them in the front. What is not taken out as common factor? B is remaining in the first term. C is remaining in the second term. So you have to write here B plus C, the remaining parts. So B square C plus BC square, it will be BC whole bracket B plus C. Okay, so I'm rubbing this off and then I'm doing this right here. Plus BC B plus C. Okay, this can be shortened, right? If you remember the previous formula, a square plus twice ab plus b square, I can shorten it as a plus b whole square. If instead of a square and a and b, if I have b and c, I can shorten it as b plus c square, isn't it? So no change here, no change here. I'm shortening this part as b plus c whole square. Okay, so what's the next step? We're still in the second step, all right. We have done the first step, which is multiplication. Second step is this 1, 2, and 3. We are still continuing the second step. I'm showing you the part that we have changed. This is changed into this part right here. So what's the common factor from these three terms right now? You're able to see b plus c here, b plus c here, b plus c here. That means I can take out the b plus c common factor, isn't it? So take out the b plus c common factor, b plus c from here, b plus c from here, b plus c from here. Take it out. B plus c is taken out as common factor. Remaining terms, if I take out b plus c from here, this part, a square is remaining plus. Okay, since there is a square here, there is a b plus c whole square. That means a whole b plus c, b plus c. I can express this part right here into two parts. B plus c whole bracket, b plus c whole bracket. What are we taking out as common factor? We are taking out only b plus c as common. What is remaining? A is remaining. 1b plus c is remaining. Out of the two b plus c is available, 1b plus c is already taken out as common factor. Okay. So what is remaining here is the square will be removed because one of them is taken out already. We will have a whole b plus c plus. This is taken out already also. So what is remaining here is bc. Okay, this part is done. Second part is done here also. We have already taken out the common factor from these three terms. What's the third step? The remaining terms are arranged. Remaining term is we have found out one of the factors. These are the remaining terms. The part that I'm underlining here, these are the remaining terms. Remaining terms are arranged in descending order for the next letter. We've already done descending order for A, right? So what's the next letter? Next letter, pick up B. Here is a still bracket here. You open the bracket, we will get how many terms? 1 term, 2 term, 3 term, 4 terms. For the 4 terms, you have to arrange in descending order of what letter? The letter B, because for A is already done. Let's see how it is. I'm just multiplying the terms inside a square plus ab plus ac plus bc. I'm just expanding this, okay? A square remains the same, bc remains the same. This part is still here. We have expanded this. The ascending order of A is already done. Descending order of A is already done. Now, which term says B? One here, one here. So we will put them first. The remaining two, we will put them later on. So B plus C. We have to write AB first, BC first, because both of them has B in it. The terms without B, A square plus AC. We're just rearranging the terms with B first. I'm writing them here. The terms with A, I'm writing it here. Whose microphone is it? Any question? Okay, now take common factor these two terms. Common factor between these two, AB and BC. B is common, right? Between A square and AC, A is common. So I'm rubbing this off the process of factorization. I am rubbing this off. So let's continue on the right hand side is equal to B plus C. What we are doing is we are taking common factor from these two and these two. What's common factor from the first two terms? B is the common factor. B is the common factor. A is remaining on the first. C is remaining on the second. Plus. What about here? From A square and AC, I can take A as common factor from both of them. What is remaining in the first term? From the first term, if I take out one of the A's, one A is remaining, right? So take out A, the remaining term is A here. From the second one, A is removed, C will be remaining. Now the part in the front is already there. Don't focus there. What we are focusing is what is inside the third bracket. Now I can take out common factor again, A plus C, right? So take out A plus C common factor. A plus C came outside. What's remaining here if A plus C is removed? B, right? So put B here plus. What about here? Take out A plus C common factor. Only A is remaining. We don't want to write factorization form in this way. We want to write in the cyclical order. We want A and B first, B and C next, C and A later. You have to make that arrangement. A and B is here. So instead of writing B plus A, I want to change it as A plus B. So bring this in the front. I'm going to have to change it into A plus B. B plus C is okay because A, B, C. A, B, B, C. It follows the order of B to C, right? So B plus C. I don't want A plus C. Why? Because in this order, A comes after C. So this A plus C will be changed into C plus C. Okay, that's it. This long part, we have shortened it into multiplying terms. Like 24 has broken down into 2 into 3 into 8. No, sorry. So like 24 is breaking down into 2, 3, 4. This long part here has broken down into A plus B whole bracket, B plus C whole bracket, and C plus A whole bracket. So this is how factorization is done. I'm showing you the very basic, the three procedures, the steps that you have to follow. Okay. So how are you going to copy this? Did any of you copy in between or hasn't anyone started?
Sir, I finished.
You finished?
Yes, sir.
Anyone who hasn't finished? Say it out loud. Anyone? So are we done? Sir, how many of them are there? I cannot see.
There are 6.
6. No boys, sir. I can hear only the girls' voice.
Laltilnen is there, one boy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, by the way, Dinah and Lignachin, you came late. Next time, please be on time. Okay, carry on, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to next one. Okay, this one is slightly different. In this one, there are minus signs involved. We will use mostly the formula of A square minus B square is A plus B whole bracket, A minus B. All right. So the formula to be used here, I'm writing it on the side. So in case any of you is weak, if B square minus C square is there, I have to change the A as B and B as C. So what we are going to obtain is B plus C whole bracket B minus C. You focus properly when I'm giving the lecture, okay? You don't copy in between. When you can copy is when I'm making steps without speaking. You can start copying that. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you to understand. What steps comes next, right? You just have to focus in that. Okay, let's do our steps 1, 2, 3 like we have done before right now also. First of all, you have to expand by multiplication. Okay, let's expand by multiplication. You can copy A square B minus A square C. I don't want A square C. I'm writing C A square. I'll let it be A square C. B square C minus AB square. C square A minus BC square. So A square into B, we have got this. A square into C, I have a C missing here. Let it be CA square, okay? Better like that. So this part is right here after multiplication. Don't confuse about the B square A part. I've just explained it before, right? C square A, I'm keeping like this. C square and B, similar thing, I'm writing the B first. C square later on. So remember, I have to arrange it in descending powers of, let's say, A first. So here the only highest power here is 2. There is no cube or power for visible, right? So the squares, which terms has a square in it? 1, 2. So we will write them first. Arrange the powers of a in descending order. Remaining. The remaining is the terms containing a. I cannot write this, I cannot write this because they don't have a in them. So b square c I'm writing first. No, sorry. Minus ab square I'm writing first. Plus c square a I'm writing second because they have the power of a is 1 here, 1 here. So don't forget to tick out the terms that we have already utilized. Next up, this one and this one, which has a in them. Okay, remaining terms, these are already gone. B square C and minus BC square next. So the ones with the similar properties, like in this case, we have got A square in both of them. These two, we have got only A in both of them. These two, they don't have A on them. So the similar terms, you have to take common factor from here. Don't take three of them together, that will be a mistake. If you take three of them, the property of the three terms involved is not similar. They have a square in here, a square in here, but here is only a. Okay. So I'm taking these two common factor. The value that I get is a square whole bracket b minus c. From these two, a is common factor, b square and c square is remaining. Okay, one thing you have to be very careful is about the sign. If there is a minus sign, there is a minus sign right here, right? So whatever is here, whatever term is here, a b square is done, b square is there. For c square a is taken out as common factor, c square is left. But this sign is plus. We don't want the plus. The plus will be changed because there is a minus sign. If minus is outside the bracket, you have to change whatever sign is inside the bracket. So the plus will be changed into minus. Then from these two, as I have just taught you before, b square and b, only b can be taken out as common factor. C and c square, only c can be taken out as common factor. So what is remaining? B here and c here. Okay, look at the common factor that can be taken out. B minus c is visible here, b minus c is visible here. The only difference is this is b square minus c square. So you break it down like this: a square b minus c minus a b plus c b minus c plus bc b minus c. So b minus c is in all of them. You take this out as common factor again. A square is remaining. From here, a square is remaining. From this part, since b minus c is taken out, a whole bracket b plus c. These two parts are remaining with the minus sign, of course. And what about here? B minus C is taken away. Only BC part will be remaining with the plus sign. Let's open this bracket. Now the part step 1, 2, 3 is complete for A. For the letter A, we have expanded. We have arranged the terms in ascending, descending order for the powers of A. Now you have to focus on the next letter, which is B, in here, in this part, not in this part. This part you have to forget because this is the factor. So b minus c, put it outside. Let's open the bracket. Right, simple, just multiplication. So you cannot take common factor right away. That will be wrong. Why? Because we want in a specific order. We want to put the terms containing b first. This doesn't contain b, this doesn't contain b. So we have to put the terms containing b, which is this one and this one. So in the next step, b minus c whole bracket, I'm putting BC first because it's positive. I don't want to start the expression with a minus in the front. Okay. We don't want to put minus AB in the front because we're starting the term with a negative sign. I'm putting it starting with BC. Next term containing B is minus AB. These two terms are taken out. So I'm taking them out already. Remaining term is this and this. So let's put them later on. Let's start with A square. Let's start with minus AC. You can put in any order if you like. You may ask where did the plus came from, because the in front of A square there is always a positive sign which is not shown. Okay, now you take common factor for these two. Both of them has B in them, so you take out B common factor. Both of them has A in them, so you take out A common factor. You can do copying now. So b minus c whole bracket. B is taken out as common factor, c minus a remaining. A is taken out as common factor, c minus a remaining. So look, this part is minus. You know where the minus sign is coming from, right? Because there is a minus sign in the front, the plus is changed into minus. C minus A is common, so take out the C minus A is common. This formula is already used, so let's rub it off. Is equal to B minus C. The common factor C minus A, taking it outside. Remaining terms, B here, A here, so B minus A. And remember what I just said. We have obtained the three factors, but we don't want to keep like this. What we want is, we want in the order A, B, C, proper order. A, B first, B, C next, C, A later on. So you have to put this first, but B minus A, I cannot change it into A minus B. Commutativity, it doesn't apply in subtraction. B plus A is the same as A plus B, right? Example 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 gives 5. 3 plus 2 also gives 5. So same result. I can change A plus B into B plus A. No issue there. But if there is a minus sign, I cannot change it into B minus A. This cannot be changed into this. A minus B cannot be changed into B minus C. Why? Because look, 2 minus 3 is minus 1. What about 3 minus 2? It is 1. There is a difference in the sign, right? So I want to write the terms containing A, B first, but there is B minus A. What I want is A minus B. What to do then? Simple, just put a minus sign in the front. B minus A is equal to minus A minus B. C minus B, I can change it into minus B minus C. You have to always have a minus sign in the front. So I'm changing this into A minus B. A minus sign comes in the front, all right? So we will have A minus B minus sign in the front. This is put here. The remaining terms, just put them behind. B minus C, C minus C. Why I am not changing in the remaining is because A, B, C. A, B, here is B minus C, B, C, it follows, C, A, it follows. So this final expression right here is obtained like this. Minus A minus B whole bracket, B minus C whole bracket, C minus C. This has also already been asked as a 2-mark question. The long ones, the questions that can be given 3 marks and 4 marks, there are lots of them. Okay. We will do very little number of questions from your exercise. Just the important ones. Okay. Whatever important, it will be in the examples. Everyone finished? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Who hasn't finished? Okay, we will take up the remaining factorization. I think it will take at least 2-3 classes, 2-3 more classes to finish the factorization. It's a very small chapter, okay? Very small chapter. You can expect a 3-mark question or a 2-mark question from a factorization. Not much mark to be expected in examination, but be prepared for it. Okay, these are the easy ones compared to other chapters, the polynomial, factorization, and then arithmetic progression, quadratic equation, and then mensuration. These are the easy chapters which you can take a marks in order to pass very easily. You focus on the easy parts, okay? But you have to practice this. You have to try to do at least 2 times. Try to do at least 2 times and be very careful about the signs. Okay. Okay, let's finish for today. We will take up the remaining factorization tomorrow and day after tomorrow afterwards.